All right, welcome back. So we have this data that we have been trying to clean, whereby the column here, order ID, is a unique identifier of the order, and we have the category field that is being separated with pipe, having values in here, and of course we have the amount field. All right, so we want to be able to transform this data into a usable data set where we will be able to analyze. Okay, so what we have to do first is to select the table range and try to bring up the Power Query editor. All right, so after selecting the table range, click under the transform button, click on the from table range. That will prompt the Power Query editor from where you can continue with the transformation of the data set. Okay, so we have this order ID, which is a unique identifier of the order, and the category field as we have here. So let me take out this, delete, and yes, this I want to delete, and I'm going to be deleting this also. Okay, so quickly, what I want to do, focusing on the data set that we want to transform, what I want to do quickly is I'll create a duplicate of this. I'll create a duplicate of this, right? And for the first one, I'm going to take out the amount field, which I'm going to remove, right? And of course, for this other one too, I'm going to take out the category field so that I'll be left with the amount column or field. All right, so for the first data set here, I'm going to click on the category field and try to split. Right click. There are two ways to go about this, or you can go to the transform button. Okay, so I want to be able to split this column. Okay, I want to be able to split this column, so I will click on the column and split column. I want to be able to split by delimiter, and of course the delimiter that is used to separate the values under this category is a pipe delimiter, and as such the Power Query editor is smart enough to be able to identify that the values in these cells are being separated by the pipe. And of course, I will go to the advanced option and click on the row. I want to be able to split into not columns by default now, but into rows. So I'm going to click on row and click on OK. All right, so cool stuff. While I've done this, you would see to my right side that there is a steps that are actually being added as I go about, taking or cleaning this data set. Okay, so quickly again, I want to be able to add more like an index column. Okay, so I would go to the add column and click on the index column. So I want my the first value to start from 1. All right, so I've introduced an index column, so I can bring it to the extreme left, immediately beside before the order ID. So I'm going to do the same thing for this other data. I'm going to try to split by pipe also. So right click and select split column by delimiter. All right, so by default, it wants to split by space, but I'm going to open it up, drop down and select the custom and type in my pipe because the data in this column also is also being by pipes. And I'm going to click on the advanced, right, and select row. I'm going to select row and I'm going to click on OK, right? So this also will split and it's going to be displayed in row instead of the column that we have been used to. All right, so while this is being done, we are also going to introduce our index. Okay, so we're going to add column and index column. We're going to start with this by default start from 0, so we can open this gear up and specify that it should start from 1 and also increment by 1. Okay, so we have this also, and we're going to bring this beside the other ID or before the other ID, just as the case of the first data set that we have here. And the next that we want to do is we want to be able to match these data sets together. So I'll go to home and I'll click on match query. I'm going to click on match query as new. Okay, so merging the query as new, I need to be able to select the second data set. So this is the first data set, and of course I'm going to select the second data set, right? So I'm going to be merging based on the similarities that we have. Um, Looking at the two data set, right? We have the index and other ID, which is common to the first data set and also the second data set. So I'm going to select the index while holding my control button, right? I'm going to hold down my control button, select the index for the first data set, and of course, select the other ID. Okay, select the other ID. Okay, so also for the second data set, I'm going to select index and also other ID. All right, so what does this mean? This means that I'm basically looking up, based on the common fields that we have on these two data sets, we want to be able to link them up together, right? We want to be able to link them up together. And of course, at the bottom, we have to specify the kind of join that we want to use. So this is the primary table. The one on the top is the primary table. Seems to be on the left side, and this is the right table, which is the one we are trying to join um, with the primary table at the top. Okay, so we will now specify the kind of join, and because what we have on the first data set is also what is available on the second data set. So we would specify the inner join, right? So we're definitely going to specify the inner join, right? After specifying the inner join, you will see a quick summary of the output of the joins, where 13th of 13 rows matches. All right, so having done that, we're gonna click on OK button. After specifying the type of join, we click on the OK button, and there's gonna be a new data set that would be generated. Which is as a result of the joining of the two data sets together. All right, so we have the other ID, we have the category. So the only information that is basically missing is the price or the amount. All right, so to the extreme right of this combined data set, you would see um, that this column has an arrow pointing to the right and the left, telling you to expand. So you click on that column, right? Uncheck use original column name as prefix. You have to uncheck use original name as prefix, and the only information we are actually interested here is the amount. So you have to uncheck the other ID and of course the index, and click on the OK. All right, so now we have the index, other ID, category, and amount. So we can of course take out this index as it is done with what we need it for. So we can take out the index, and we can actually call this the clean version of the data that we have. All right, you can call it clean. All right, pardon me, my A button seems not to be working. For now, I think ceasing. Okay, so after this has been done, what you want to do next is you want to close and load. You want to close and load its data set. Okay, so there is a query that will be generated telling you that this um, is going to load the cleaned up version of the data set that we have. And okay, so that is how we've been able to transform the data set from what it used to look like here to what we can actually work with as expected of us. So I can hide this and of course hide this, and that's it is done. Thank you and see you around.